Could the Yankees' Alex Rodriguez be banned from baseball forever, or will he strike a deal with the league? Rumors of A-Rod's potential ban are swirling after his alleged use of performance-enhancing drugs. Hi, I'm Candice Aviles, and these are just some of the stories you couldn't afford to miss this week. We start with pure inspiration. Where do you get your moves? The U.S. government filed criminal charges against the multi-billion-dollar hedge fund SAC Capital for multiple counts of fraud in connection with insider trading. I'm Candice Aviles for the Weather Channel, and we're taking a look at some of the scariest, nail-bitingest roller coasters in the U.S. We're going to go ahead and put the MoDOT app to the test and see how accurate it is. We're in Jefferson City right now, and we're going to head about a half an hour north up to Columbia. Here's your top stories for ABC 17 News at 6:30. It's official. American Airlines is coming to Columbia. Boone County detectives I spoke with here earlier today at the Sheriff's Department are asking everyone to keep an eye out for Christopher Brown. Meredith, right now we've only had a few light showers in the area, setting up roads to be slick. However, temperatures won't fall below freezing overnight. We're getting closer to midnight, and you know what that means. Black Friday is just hours away. Good evening. This is ABC 17 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Candice Aviles. Thousands of people are out on the road this busy holiday weekend, and we're getting a spike in deadly accidents here in Missouri. Good evening, I'm Candice Aviles. Warner Brothers unleashed quite the surprise at Comic-Con Saturday, announcing a super team-up between Batman and Superman, and we're guessing it'll look a little like this. The controversial book deal given to one of the jurors in George Zimmerman's trial has been canceled almost as soon as it was signed, thanks to the efforts of an outraged Twitter user. Hours after the not guilty verdict came down, it was announced juror B37, who is still anonymous, would write a book about the trial. The same juror also spoke with CNN's Anderson Cooper.
I think George Zimmerman is a man whose heart was in the right place. I think he's guilty of not using good judgment.
But it seems the book deal pushed one Twitter user over the edge. So much so, the user took to social media to stop what she viewed as exploitation. Uproxx reports first the user targeted the publisher, tweeting, "Hey Charlene Martin, please drop juror B37. Do not help the person who let a murderer get away profit from this tragedy." They followed up with another tweet. "Only thing I can think to do is flood Charlene Martin's phone, email, and snail mail with requests that she drop juror B37. That sound good?" The Twitter user also wrote a petition on change.org, which attracted thousands of supporters. It wasn't long before the publisher gave in to the pressure. Publisher Charlene Martin released this statement. "After careful consideration regarding the proposed book project with Zimmerman juror B37, I have decided to rescind my offer of representation in the exploration of a book based upon this case." In a statement of her own, juror B37 said, "I have realized that the best direction for me to go is away from writing any sort of book and return instead to my life as it was before I was called to sit on this jury." A writer for Policy Mike says this story shows just how big an impact one person can have through the power of social media. It is a testament to the fact that no voice is too soft or insignificant to speak out what a person believes. By joining together under a common cause and using social media to reverberate a message, people can reveal injustice and prompt change. A writer for the Los Angeles Times points out George Zimmerman's father released a self-published book during his son's trial. For Newsy, I'm Candice Aviles. Even though it doesn't look too busy behind me here on I-70, holiday travelers are already making their way to their destinations. But more drivers on the road means more risks for accidents. So here are some helpful ways to get to your destination safe and faster.
I'm driving to Chicago with my aunt.
I'm going to go to my other grandparents' house in Tennessee, and that's about 6 hours away.
It's that time of year, holiday drivers hitting the roads. But MoDOT's Sally Oxenhandler says more drivers means more dangers.
We always see more people on the road, and with that comes the chance for an increase in accidents.
But MoDOT wants to help drivers avoid accidents and other hazards, so officials created a smartphone app. We're going to go ahead and put the MoDOT app to the test and see how accurate it is. We're in Jefferson City right now, and we're going to head about a half an hour north up to Columbia. According to the app, everything looks green. There's no accidents or construction that we need to look out for. So if everything goes according to plan, we should get there around 5:10 p.m. The app breaks down both major and rural Missouri highways. It also shows you street views of busy intersections from MoDOT's live cameras. So we're about halfway to Columbia, and everything is still green on the map, and it's true. We haven't seen any accidents or any construction problems so far, and we're making good time. Even though the app saves time, MoDOT has one main concern with it.
We never recommend that people look at the app while they're driving. That's something, again, they need to do before they they begin their travels or pull over.
We're back in Columbia now, done with our half-hour road trip from Jefferson City, and it took us a little longer than half an hour. It's about 5:20, but otherwise the MoDOT app was very accurate with showing no accidents along the way. Drivers I spoke with say this app is something they'll use.
I would definitely get that. Absolutely.
If I can really cut down those 7 hours, or just know in advance, okay, if there's an accident, I'm not held up maybe 9 or 10 hours. So that would definitely be great.
And another way MoDOT will help to improve road safety is to remove construction zones temporarily where possible. You'll see orange cones disappear starting tomorrow around noon, but they'll be back on Monday. Reporting live in Columbia, I'm Candice Aviles, ABC 17 News. Both Boone County and Columbia Fire tell me fires have not only almost doubled this year, but this year has been one with the most expensive losses as well. They say it's because fires have happened at businesses packed with products.
We've had more fires than ever before, higher dollar losses than ever before, so we haven't had anything like this happen in quite some time.
2012 is a peak year for fires in mid-Missouri. Boone County and Columbia combined saw 861 fires compared to 520 last year. Columbia Fire Battalion Chief Brad Frazier says the drought is one reason why.
There were a large number of brush fires this year. We had historic dry conditions, and that led to more deck fires, which translated in some cases to house fires.
House and building fires jumped from 73 to 119, and some of those topped the list in losses.
Now, we also had an incredibly large number of high-dollar loss fires. We had some big fires, Brookside, the Business Loop, and then just recently we had the Sound Performance Fire.
Those big fires cost almost $20 million, quadrupling last year's numbers of $4 million. House fires led to extra work even for the American Red Cross.
We have been able to keep up, and mainly because we have a great core of volunteers. Our volunteers are really the boots on the ground for us.
Frazier says resource-wise, various fire investigators are in high demand.
In the case of these big fires, you've got total destruction, and everything is destroyed, so it's a very different investigation.
Despite fire numbers drastically increasing, Frazier says he doesn't expect any changes to the city's fire codes.
We're very comfortable that we've got good fire code regulations in place to keep our community safe. Unfortunately, these things can happen.
Now, I asked for the status of the investigation on the Sound and Performance fire. The Columbia Fire Department says there's nothing new to report yet. It's still an active investigation, but they hope to release more information within the next week. Meredith.